Hey everyone. Welcome back to Talk the English Talk, the place where we break down all kinds of interesting topics to help you learn English in a fun way. Today, we're talking about something that can be a little confusing for people outside the US, the American education system. How does it work? How is it different from other countries? And what are all those terms like elementary school, high school, and college? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's dive right in. So the US education system is divided into different levels, and each level has its own unique setup. It all starts with elementary school, which is kind of like the foundation of a child's education. Elementary school usually covers grades kindergarten through 5th grade, and it's for kids between the ages of about 5 to 10. Kindergarten is where young children start learning basic skills like reading, writing, and math. It's all about getting them ready for the next steps. After elementary school, students move on to middle school, or sometimes called junior high school. This usually includes grades 6 through 8, and students are around 11 to 13 years old. Middle school is where students begin learning more advanced subjects and skills. You'll see more subjects being introduced, like science, history, and foreign languages. It's a time of big changes, not just in what they're learning, but also in how students are expected to think and study. Next up is high school, which is probably the part of the US education system that most people know from movies or TV shows. High school covers grades 9 through 12, and students are usually between 14 and 18 years old. High school is a bit more serious because it's where students start preparing for college or their future careers. The subjects get more specialized, and students can even choose electives like art, music, or business. And of course, this is where students take those big exams like the SAT or ACT, which are used for college admissions. Speaking of college, let's talk about higher education in the US. After high school, many students choose to go to college or university. Now in the US, these two words can mean pretty much the same thing. College is where students focus on their chosen field of study, also called a major. There's a wide variety of subjects to choose from, everything from engineering to art, business to biology. Most students complete their degree in about 4 years and graduate with a bachelor's degree. But here's an interesting thing about the US education system. Not everyone goes straight to a traditional 4-year college. Some people start at a community college, which offers 2-year degrees, or they might take vocational training to learn specific job skills. It's a flexible system, so students have many different paths they can take. Now let's talk about how schools are organized. In the US, education is mostly run at the state and local level. That means each state has its own set of rules about how schools should be run, what should be taught, and how students are tested. Because of this, schools in different parts of the country can look a little different from each other. For example, one state might have more emphasis on science and technology, while another might focus more on arts and humanities. Another thing you might find interesting is the role of extracurricular activities in American schools. These are activities students can do outside of their regular classes, like sports, music, drama, or clubs. High school sports are a big deal in the US, and many students are involved in teams like football, basketball, or soccer. These activities are seen as an important part of a student's development, helping them learn teamwork, leadership, and other valuable life skills. One of the key differences in the US system compared to some other countries is the emphasis on individuality. In American schools, students are often encouraged to think for themselves, ask questions, and participate in class discussions. Critical thinking and problem solving are important skills that students start learning from a young age. Of course, the US education system isn't perfect. There are challenges too, like the cost of higher education, which can be pretty high, and issues with school funding that affect the quality of education in some areas. But overall, the system offers a lot of variety and opportunities for students to find the right path for them. So to sum it all up, the U.S. education system starts with elementary school, goes through middle and high school, and then students can choose to go on to college, university, or other kinds of training. It's a flexible system that lets students follow their interests and prepare for a wide range of careers. I hope this gave you a clearer idea of how the U.S. education system works. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Talk the English Talk.